Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome back to Aokana. First of all, Happy New Year for people that are on Patreon. For you guys on YouTube, sadly, this will be about, I think at the end of March or probably the beginning of April. So can't really say Happy New Year for you guys, but I guess Happy late New Year, right? I'm recording this actually on the 1st of January, so yeah. Happy New Year to everyone. I will be going to get some food with my brothers and sister and my dad. But my second brother is actually still in Korea, so he's not gonna be joining us. I did say that my brothers were like out vacationing, right? During Christmas and whatnot. So during my dad's birthday, they actually were not there for the birthday. Talk about being an ungrateful child. It was still a pretty like a nice birthday, I guess, because a lot of his friends were there. A lot of the like my cousins were there. That's why I wasn't really too inclined with mingling with them. But it is what it is. My dad is old, so even though he doesn't really like them, he's like, it's alright. You know, that sort of he's already like in his mindset is like bygones be bygones, but I personally don't think I'm gonna be able to forgive what they did. But enough about that. I just came back from the gym. Just because it's New Year's doesn't mean I don't go to the gym. I love the gym enough to actually go to the gym in New Year's. So I don't know about you guys' New Year's resolution, but mine is pretty simple. I just want to enjoy life, doing what I like and whatnot. But yeah, let's talk about the last episode recap, shall we? I actually am trying to recall what the hell happened on the last episode. It's been quite a while, so let me actually load first before I remember what's going on. Okay, they're talking about fireworks. Oh, okay, I remember now. We wanted to go ask Mashiro on a date, on a firework festival date, but we said it out loud to who's her name? Rika, right? And then Rika and Madoka decided to do a prank on us, or at least not on us technically, I guess on Mashiro. And yeah, I guess this is right after what happened there. We got our first kiss in Rika's room, which was pretty awkward. Thankfully, they didn't go to the sex scene at that time, but I believe we are gonna be getting into an H scene this episode. I have no doubt. My Steam time also says I've been playing this game for 51 hours, by the way. I think 30% or maybe 20% of that is probably just me commentating. Because I think on VNDB this is about a 50-hour visual novel. I most likely would have finished this already if I wasn't commentating and whatnot. But yeah, I believe this is right after what happened in Rika's house, so let us see what's gonna happen. What? I'll stay and help. And so, we had to postpone our first official date yet again. Well, at least waiting table sort of flood of customers that came in that day made for a good workout. Wait, really? Oh my god, I should have just ended that scene right on the last episode. What the fuck? How was I supposed to know it wasn't gonna go straight to the date? Man, I really wish I could have gone to see the fireworks with Mashiro. It's such a shame. I moved to myself as I rest on my bed. Asked for what Mashiro thought. That's what she said. She probably had so much fun she wasn't even bothered by how frighteningly packed the restaurant was. This year's summer is special for us because it's when we officially started going out. I definitely want to make good memories to remember it by. But it's hard to find a time when Mashiro has her Speeder Alliance practice and I have work at Mashiro Udon. What a dilemma. Oh, already time to head to work. Isn't this like super late? A Tanuki and Kitsune Udon, large with extra agidama.
Hi. それにしても、ここでの仕事がすっかり板についてきたって感じね。ひなたくんも。
Ooh, sorry about that. Thanks. I'm happy to hear that.
真白的には、うどん打ちの修行をしてもらった方がいいのかもしれないけど。
I'm not gonna do that. I set this in like a Venus Blood Frontier playthrough. You guys on YouTube haven't seen those just yet. But I realized that I suck at voice acting people that are like Messiah, who are timid and easily excitable. Like, I am one of those guys that will also never like blurt, you know, whatever I'm drinking, even if there is something that's surprising me. So yeah, this is something that is just so out of my forte. It's so difficult. I can't even like try to do this without it being bad. Botan-san, please spare me those jokes. You're seriously gonna get me killed by her father.
でも今日はどこか上の空だったわよね。
What?
仕事はきっちりこなしてくれていたけど、私の目はごまかせないわよ。
Yeah, I guess not.
そうでしょう、そうでしょ。
Sorry, I'll be sure to focus more.
それなんだけど。
She grins, looks toward the kitchen, then whispers to me.
そろそろ忙しい時間も終わりだし、この後は悩める青少年の相談に乗っちゃおうかなって。
She is a busybody, this girl. Botan-san.
それで悩める青少年の日向雅也くんは何を悩んでいるのかしら？
Why do we get a CG with you? I feel like if this was a Nuki game, we could probably NTR this person from Mashiro's dad. I'm sitting across from my employer in the now empty restaurant, almost like I'm having a job interview. So the thing is, Mashiro-san and I were talking about the fireworks display from the other day. And of course, they always have to show her wearing the ring.
本当にごめんなさいね。私が余計なことを言ったばかりに。
It's fine, really. You don't have to apologize. Your daughter said she had a fun time working here with me anyway.
そう言ってもらえると助かるけど。
But I was thinking, I really need to make some memories with her.
あら。
She's been working so hard lately, so I want to do something for her. Yeah, I feel like I'm not really the type of person that would also do this. Like I said, I think I've already told you guys, I'm one of those guys that are really super individualistic. So, I don't know. It's not like I'm a robot or something, right? But a lot of my feelings are pretty much not that sincere anymore, if that makes sense. So, doing something for someone is just something that's not really common in my mind. You know? Of course, that's only if you, or rather, you and your husband will allow it.
なるほどね。
I guess I'm asking for a little much.
むしろそういうのは大歓迎。
Huh?
親バカって思われるかもしれないけど、私も旦那も真っ白のことが大好きなの。それだから、
Oh, sorry about that.
最近の頑張りを本当に嬉しく思うし、あの子を笑顔にしたい、喜ばせたいって思ってくれる人に協力は惜しまないわ。
Okay. Yeah, I really thought she was done after she says, you know, her daughter. But maybe, I don't know. Botan-san, I gotta remember that this game's localization always puts in words that aren't there, or sometimes they actually do not have the words that should be there. This conversation makes me realize how wonderful Mashiro's family is. I have to cherish that girl just as much as they do.
それでもう具体的な案があったりするの？
Just something fireworks related, basically.
死闘の花火大会は終わっちゃったし、夏ももうすぐ終わりだしね。
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem. Her eyes light up like she has a great idea.
もしかしたらひなたくんの希望を叶えてあげられるかも。
Seriously?
どうかしら。あれなら数も十分だと思うんだけど。
Thank you. That's perfect. I'm sure she'll love it.
それじゃあ結婚は今日の夜ってことでどう？
That's fine by me. But does it have to be today?
どうせなら真っ白には内緒にしてびっくりさせたいと思わない？
Good point.
でもあの子不器用だけど勘は鋭い方でしょ？
Yeah. I still remember the last time she said something that was on my mind.
だからボロが出ないうちにやっちゃった方がいいと思って。
True. I mean, she could walk through the door any...
ただいま。
Mashiro-san!
どうしてそんなに驚いてるんです？
Yeah, fucking Messiah is just way too much. He's way too excitable, man. Well, I didn't think your practice with Ichinose would end this early. I'm not saying I dislike this, by the way. Just because I like the way I am is not in line with Messiah doesn't mean that I can't try to understand how Messiah is feeling. I feel like it does add to the you know, the different way of people experience these visual novels, right? Because I don't think like my personality is all that like it's all that I'm not saying that I'm not like, you know, uncommon or rare or something. Like someone jaded like me is probably very much common in the world, but I feel like a lot of people that play these games aren't as jaded as me. So, you know, it's a breath of fresh air, right? At least I hope so. I answer her question while trying to quell my thumping heart.
そうだったんですけど、反省会用のノートを机の上に忘れちゃって。机の上のノートね。ちょっと待ってて。それくらい自分で取りに行ったのに。
Yeah, that's clearly way too suspicious. So, how'd practice itself go?
割と順調です。相手が何を考えているかを読む勝負の勘っていうんですか？そういうところも養えてるような気がします。
Sorry about that. She said con, right? That's intuition, so I thought she was already done, and then she suddenly says more stuff. I gotta love this localization. But wow, that's great. Botan-san was right. We don't want to wait.
それより今日の先輩なんだか変じゃありません？
You think?
汗もすごいですし。
It's a pretty hot day. Yeah, I'm still not doing your stupid laugh, Messiah. Shit, she's already getting suspicious.
お待たせ、マシロ。ありがとう。
Saved by Botan-san.
それじゃあ私は練習に戻るから。いってらっしゃい。
I know I probably don't have to say it, but try not to get hurt, okay?
もちろんです。
She takes off, but then stops.
先輩も手伝い頑張ってくださいね。
She pokes her head back in from the entrance to give me those little words of encouragement.
あらあら
She clearly did not say that. Oh my god. People can say this is flavor text or whatever, but I personally do not like what you're doing. Translator. Thanks, Mashiro-san. I'd feel really happy right now if not for the dreadful aura radiating from the kitchen. I hope I can get used to this someday. Yeah, back when I was in high school, my friend, when like my friend, he's the male guy, or you know the male, not the female. But when he actually went to the girl's house, he was really scared of the parents for unknown reasons. I don't know why. And you know, he actually had to break up, and we had to drink. He drank himself until he puked before he finally said what's on his mind after they broke up. From what Ichinose said, she should be here any moment. But yeah, I never really understood why people are so afraid of their girlfriend's parents. I'm currently hiding near the restaurant while I wait for Mashiro to get back, just as Botan-san and I discussed. Can't say I feel great about looking like a creep, but this is supposed to be a surprise, so I can't just wait for her to walk in.
お腹減った。ただいま。
I see Mashiro totter toward the restaurant, open the door and walk in. Now, I just wait for Botan-san to take her out to the courtyard. I hope she likes it. I look up at the sky as I mutter that to myself. I'm usually the one who gets surprised by things she does from here, which is why I'm a little worried if this will actually work. Well, I'm sure she'll appreciate the thought either way. I just have to believe and do my part.
ねえ、本当にやるの？お母さん。思い立ったが吉日って言うでしょ？でも今夜だよ。
Here we go. I do a little countdown inside my mind, then light everything we've prepared.
Huh?
Mashiro's eyes widen the second she sees that burst of light in the night sky. Mashiro. Oh, she's wearing a yukata. I actually don't know whether or not this is a yukata or a kimono, but I assume it's a yukata since, I believe when you go to festivals, you wear a yukata and not a kimono. But to be honest, I don't know. I actually cannot tell the difference. They look the same to me. For a guy, I think that it's there's something called a jinbei, but I believe those are just short sleeve yukatas. But I'm just as stunned myself. Mashiro is wearing a yukata, and she looks gorgeous.
先輩？二人ともドッキリ大成功ね。
Botan-san smiles merrily at the two of us.
ドッキリ？
For people that... I'm also one of those guys that will never compliment someone based on their fashion, by the way. I don't know, it's just not very high in my priority list in my mind. So, there are people that are very... not adept, what's the word I'm looking for? That are very sharp when it comes to people's like fashion senses and stuff. Maybe they change their hairstyle, maybe they change the way they dress. But I'm really not one of those guys. I literally wear almost the same thing every single day. I just pick whatever at the top of my drawer. That's it.
実はね、ひなたくんが真白に花火を見せてあげたいって言ってくれたの。それでお得意様から花火セットをもらっていたことを思い出して、ささやかな花火大会を催したってわけ。
Kinda lazy though that they only showed one firework go off in the CG.
花火の種類はちょっと偏っちゃったけどね。
Oh, I guess that's why.
ほんとだ。 よく見たら打ち上げ花火だらけ。そして可愛い娘の浴衣姿はひなたくんへのサプライズ。
What?
それじゃあお邪魔虫はここらで退散するわね。お母さん。
I do wonder though whether or not I probably would appreciate someone wearing a yukata or like a swimsuit or something from me when we're dating. I have absolutely no idea. I think I've said this multiple times, but I have zero dating experience, zero romance experience whatsoever. Yeah. Botan-san leaves right after she says that.
もう本当に勝手なんだから。
Sorry for pulling this off without telling you.
道理で様子が変だと思ったらこんなことを企んでいたんですか。
I was a little sad we didn't get to see the fireworks together, so I figured I could at least try to make up for it.
先輩と手伝いができてって話、嘘じゃなかったのに。
Still, we haven't done much since we started dating, so I wanted to do a little something at least.
それはまあ素直に嬉しいですけど。
These... I don't know, I feel like this sort of romance is only something that you can only appreciate when you're young. Me personally, I can't imagine myself doing this, like, right now. Maybe if I were... Well, I'm not experienced right now in terms of romance, but... You know, you're probably a lot more impressionable back when you were younger. Now, I really don't think this is, something that I would do. It's still sweet. I do consider this sweet. But yeah, totally not what I'm looking for when it comes to finding a significant other. After taking in that bashful smile of hers, I light the fuse to the next firework. Yeah, I didn't know normal store-bought fireworks could look this good.
私もです。
But you look even prettier in your yukata, Mashiro. Ugh! The cringe!
綺麗って何ですか急に。
Well, remember, I've never seen you in one. It took me so long to tell you my thoughts because I was so captivated. Ugh! Stop, Messiah! What are you making me say?
じゃあ私の浴衣姿は先輩のご褒美になりましたか？
It's more than good enough.
それなら急に浴衣姿の写真を撮るなんて言い出したお母さんに付き合ってよかったです。
That's a pretty pushy approach, Botan-san. I've already done my part, so it's your turn now, Mashiro. What do you think?
そうですね。正直リサーチ不足だと思いました。
Huh?
実は私パーンって大きな音がする打ち上げ花火が苦手なんです。
What, so you just want to do those sparkler things? What? Why didn't Botan-san say anything?
私って小さい頃から変なところに気を使う子だったので、お母さんもお父さんも多分そのことは知らないと思います。
I don't know about being a reserved person, Mashiro. I can see that.
でもそれはもう撤回します。
Huh?
たった今から私の一番好きな花火は打ち上げ花火になりました。
You're way too impressionable, Mashiro. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I understand she likes this because we're sharing this moment, but I feel like when you're younger, you're easy to change how you feel about certain somethings, right? You don't really think that those certain somethings are your convictions. Me personally, right now, I have some degree of stuff that I feel like I can't change. Whether something like this happens in my life, right? I have I have strong opinions, basically. Can't really say those are convictions per se, since they aren't really convictions. Ah!
だからありがとうございます先輩
But yeah, the fact that Mashiro doesn't like loud fireworks and then suddenly liking it just because of this one scene, it's understandable, but not something that would happen for people that are older, I feel. Or maybe, like I said, I'm just jaded. I don't know. I don't know, man. Romance ain't my thing.
素敵なサプライズを考えてくれて私のために頑張ってくれて
Mashiro, I feel like she deserves a thank you much more than I do. After all, there's no greater surprise present than this angelic smile on her face. Oh my god, Messiah. Masaki's romance was not as cringy, I tell you. This is a bit too much for me, Messiah. You know, it feels weird hearing you give me such an honest and straightforward thank you.
こんな時だから言うんじゃないですか
That's a good point.
それより先輩次の花火の準備をお願いします
Alright. We brought them all out here, so we may as well launch them all. Hey Mashiro,
何ですか
let's ask Botan-san and your dad if we can go see the fireworks together next year.
はい
Fireworks spring up into the night sky, one after the other, and burst out into a colorful display. Beside me is my darling sweetheart in a gorgeous yukata. Ugh! Why, Messiah? Your narration is getting ridiculously cringy. Stop! I really hate this. Her hand is softly resting on mine as we smile and gaze up at the night sky. Because, this really undermines Messiah's trauma. I really hate the fact that there's a story that says, you know, love conquers everything. It's too idealistic. It's too fairy tale-ish. But I guess some people would want to believe this. I personally can't though. This is a beautiful, unforgettable memory we've made together on this fine summer night. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet. This is probably gonna be a Mashiro POV. No? Okay, we're here. Mashiro is tackling the workbook in front of her, a frown on her face. It's been a few days since our mini fireworks display. Today, we once again find ourselves dealing with homework.
お店の手伝いだけじゃなくこんなことまでお願いしてしまって本当にすみません
Oh, sorry about that, Mashiro. It's fine. You've been working extra hard lately, so the more I can do for you, the better I feel.
先輩
Focus on your homework now.
そうですね
Botan-san tasked me with this, so I can't betray her trust. Or at least, that's what I keep telling myself. But to be perfectly honest, I've been finding it hard to focus on homework with all the time I've been spending with her lately. Mashiro seems to be having the same issue. She keeps throwing glances my way in between solving problems. That's the wrong value for the variable here, Mashiro.
はいすみません
It's more than obvious where responding to her signals will take us. Frankly, I have to use all the power my brain can muster to suppress the urge to get intimate with her right here and now.
そういえば先輩最近モンタッタの新しい攻略法が発見されたんですけど知ってます
Well, we haven't talked about Monster Hunter in a long time. The third site from the top that shows up when you Google Monid walkthrough? Yeah, I've seen it.
それですそれって先輩がそのサイトをチェックされていたことも驚きですけど
Yeah, surprisingly enough, I got really into the game. I still check certain sites regularly.
先輩が今でもモンタッタに興味を持ってくれてるのってちょっと嬉しいです
Yeah, it started out as a punishment, but I ended up having a lot of fun with it.
なんなら今から試しちゃいます？新しい攻略法。
I was like thinking for a sec, like, why is she talking about farming? And she's talking about grinding materials. Oh man, I am so out of touch with gaming now. I don't game as much anymore, as you can see. After your math problems are all done, sure.
ですよね。
It pains my heart to see her sigh like that. But not even a second after looking back down at her workbook, she's looking at me again.
ところで今日って暑くありません？カーディガン脱いじゃおうかななんて。
She brings up the temperature in the room of all things. It's honestly adorable how blatantly she's trying to get out of doing her homework, but I can't give in. You sure? They said it was 2 degrees colder than yesterday.
先輩って毎日そんなことまで調べてらっしゃるんですか？
I actually do, because just to make sure whether or not it's gonna be raining when I go to the gym. Well, a lot of heat strokes happen this time of year, so any good coach should be keeping up with the weather. Mashiro?
その先輩がそこまで私たちのことを考えてくれてるって分かったらちょっとだけ自己嫌悪に。
Make it up to me by doing your homework, okay?
はい、私頑張ります。
She clenches her fist for a second, then proceeds to run her pen over the pages of her workbook. Mashiro is good at focusing on tasks for the most part. Once she finds the motivation to do something, you no longer have to worry about her losing it.
できました。
After making quick work of her math problems, she proudly thrusts the workbook out in front of me. Okay, I'll check your solutions for you.
お願いします。
Nice. They look good to me.
やったー。それじゃあ少しだけ休憩を。
How about we get the rest of those problems done with instead?
はい。
Why are you looking at me like I'm crazy?
いえ、おかしなことは言ってません。言ってませんけど、私的にはおかしなことを言ってくれないことの方が問題というか、先輩も私と同じ気持ちだと思ってたのに。
Ah, Mashiro, you always have to talk things out, okay? Huh?
何でもありません。それじゃあ宿題を進めますね。
Yeah, me and Mashiro will not be able to mesh together very well. I'm not the type of person that can read your mind, Mashiro. Well, I could probably guess what she's thinking, but I'm not one of those guys that act depending on what my guess, whether or not my guess is right or wrong, you know? She begins to work on the next set of problems, as she said she would, but she seems to be in a really bad mood. Are you mad at me?
別に怒ってません。
Seriously? You don't look too happy right now.
そういう関係ない質問は宿題の妨げになると思いますけど。
Sorry, Mashiro. Her sassy remark makes me back off immediately. It might be a good idea to step out for a while and see if her mood improves. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
遠慮なくどうぞ。
Okay, this should be her POV.
先輩がそういうつもりなら私にだって考えがあるんですから。
I didn't think she'd get that upset. I'm not intentionally trying to ignore her. I mean, I'd love to say to hell with the homework and spend the day cuddling and making out. Man, do people actually do that? That seems like such a waste of a day. But getting too physical with her in her house could lead to the parents' disapproval of our relationship, or even me coaching her in FC. Yeah, it's tough. Maybe I should just tell her. I'm sure she'll understand. Hey Mashiro, I want to... I opened the door to her room, prepared to speak my mind, but the sight that awaits me inside is beyond words. I can't even comprehend it. If this is a hentai game, I'd see her masturbating, but please, please don't do this! Well, she's not masturbating, but she's tempting me. In the most awkward way possible. Why the cat ears again? There's a cat in her room. Well, okay. It's just Mashiro with cat ears and a cat tail on. But that's more than enough to make my brain mush. After hearing the cat cry out pleadingly, I step out again to regain my composure. After taking a few deep breaths and telling myself to calm down, I re-enter the room. And there I find a cat. Mashiro, that is. Glaring at me reproachfully with tears in her eyes. Care to explain what you're doing? I couldn't help but ask the question, and all she does is hiss at me menacingly. Or rather, hiss at me trying to say, don't ask that question. What am I supposed to make of the situation? A similar thing happened once before, but that was an accident. So what is she up to now? What is this? If I was in his shoes, then again, if I was in Messiah's shoes, I would never pick Mashiro in the first place. As I'm standing there awkwardly trying to decide, she reaches out and softly tugs at the sleeve of my uniform. Ah! I think I know what she wants. Do you want me to play with you? My question is answered with gleeful meows. I do wonder why she's using ni or ni instead of, like, you know, nya, the usual meowing sound. I thought so. This is her way of forcing me to give her affection, since I've been prioritizing homework all day long. I can't tell her to go do homework now because she's a cat, not a person. I see what you're trying to pull, Mashiro. I'm right, aren't I? Ah, you need to get your brain checked, Messiah. Just freaking bop her head and make her go do her homework. The moment I hit upon that, a switch is flipped in my mind and I start talking to the cat. Oh, you're the abandoned kitten I found a while back. How have you been? This is so stupid. Stop! I'm actually losing brain cells from doing this. After I say that, she leans forward playfully. I assume she's happy that I finally decided to play along. You're such a cute little kitty that I've been worried you might not... Oh, so someone did give you a home. Isn't that wonderful? This is literally role-playing, man. It's not my kind of thing. More power to people who like this, but oh my god. I think the cute part caught her a little off guard, but she quickly returns to her normal meowing. You keep tugging at my sleeve, little kitty. Have you been feeling lonely? Help me, dear God. I feel like she's gotten a bit better at this cat thing. Probably because she already has the experience of doing it once, I assume. I still remember how dumbstruck I was back then. I can't believe this is the same game we played to see Misaki's route. Oh, Mashiro. Why are you doing this to Messiah? Okay, I'll play with you all you want today. Sound good? What do you want to do, little kitty? She somewhat hesitantly puts her head out in front of me. Oh, want me to pet you? Come to think of it, I never stroked her head the last time. Fortunately, we're boyfriend and girlfriend now, so I can do it without feeling guilty. Like this? I recall an old animal show I watch, and softly touch Mashiro's head like I saw the guy on there do. Good kitty. Good kitty. Ah! Stop, Messiah! I proceed to stroke her hair slowly and gently. Whenever I finish a stroke, she meows out in bliss. Does it feel good, little kitty? You're killing me, Messiah. Her well-groomed hair feels extremely smooth to the touch. But the best part for me is seeing that expression of pure bliss in Mashiro's face. I love her so much. I don't know if she started talking normally again because of how relaxed she is or what, but this is pretty damn adorable. What would you like to do next, little kitty? After a momentary silence, Mashiro plops down onto the bed and relaxes her muscles. Is this that submission pose I've heard so much about? What dogs and cats do to show obedience toward their owners. What do you want me to do? She keeps silent, only blushing a bit. It's easy enough to guess what she wants me to do from that reaction. Do you want me to touch you? Her head bops up and down so faintly that I would have missed it had I not been so focused on her. Really? I feel the sweat pouring down my back. Right. Owners do typically rub the bellies of their animals. But no matter how hard I try to get into this roleplay, Mashiro is the one in front of me, not a cat. This is so awkward. Stop! This might go in a direction we don't want to if we're not careful. Don't want it to. Okay. Are you really okay with this? She may not have answered my question verbally, but the stern expression on her face leaves no room for interpretation. Okay, I'm gonna touch you now. I muster up the courage, then place my fingers in the most safe place, her upper arm. Her arm, unlike my own, is so delicate and soft that I have a hard time believing there's any muscle there at all. I proceed to rub my fingers across her skin, taking in the sensation of this part of her arm I haven't even touched during FC practice. Huh? Did I just hear someone's voice? Must have been just my imagination. Anyway, let's continue. Good kitty. Good kitty. Oh my god, stop! I feel like this is one of those H scenes where you actually, you know, use it to fap with just the CG and not with the text. Oh my god, this is so cringe. Quiet now. I'm basically just giving her a massage at this point. Mashiro, can you not do that? We're still on YouTube right now. But these moans she's making are putting me in a certain mood. After I loosen up both of her arms, she pants seductively as she calls my name. Ah! I no longer care to point out that she's dropped the cat act. Her words blow out the last flame of reason left in my mind. Mashiro. Is this gonna be where I cut it for YouTube? We call out to each other longingly as our faces draw close to one another. We take each other's hands and move our lips until they're just about on top of each other. And that's when... Thank you! Botan-san, you're gonna save us, right? Thank you. Bless this beautiful woman's soul. A loud voice snaps me back to reality. We get back into a normal position at an alarming speed. No, it's all my fault. I mean, if this is... if that actually led to an H scene, I feel like Messiah would never forget his first sex. Like, with Mashiro. Can't deny that that's something special, quote-unquote. Sounds good to me. That's definitely better for our peace of mind. Yeah, let's go. Don't want it getting cold. Nothing good ever comes of trying to do things you aren't used to. I don't know about that, Messiah. What the hell? Mashiro and I learned that firsthand today. The final day of our summer break is now upon us. After summer break, isn't it gonna be the fall tournament? I'm surprised we haven't had any sex scenes just yet. I really thought that was gonna be our first one. It started like any other day with practice. But unlike any other day, I didn't go to work. And Mashiro didn't go to Ichinose's place. We're both in my room right now. Ah, there we go. This is probably gonna be it. Today being the final day of summer break means we have to finish up the remainder of Mashiro's homework. Stop looking around everywhere. Is this our first time here? I'm not hiding anything interesting in here. Now come on. Your mom asked me to help you get your homework done, so you have to do this. Mashiro gives a stiff but obedient response, then starts walking like a robot, putting both her right hand and leg forward at the same time, and sits down in my bed. Hey, what are you doing? She gets right off the bed. Didn't get enough sleep last night? You wanna hop in bed for a bit? No, I didn't mean it like that, okay? Not that I even know how she interpreted my words. No, not that either. You can take a nap. Man, this is... No, well, I don't doubt there are some girls that are, you know, like super lewd that would want to go into straight sex after they become boyfriend and girlfriend. But come on, Mashiro, you're making me... You're losing points here for me. Well, not that you're already at rock bottom already anyway. Mashiro gets away from my bed, clearly embarrassed. Maybe when we're done with your homework. Mashiro has good ears, so she easily picks up on my whisper and flinches. Seeing confirmation that she understood what I meant gets my own heart racing. Yeah. We both smile awkwardly at each other. The reason for our embarrassment doesn't even need to be said. Mashiro and I are almost certainly going to take our relationship to the next level before the day ends. Sex doesn't mean going to the next level, by the way. At least I personally don't think so. How do I know that? Today is the last day of our summer break, so there's a lot of sentimental value to it. Or maybe it's the fact that we usually study in Mashiro's room, but today we're in mine, by her request. That look in her eyes told me everything, and even then, her breath seemed slightly erotic, and the atmosphere was pretty rosy too. As time passed and we watched each other's reactions, we both found ourselves more and more eager to do it today. And that sums up why I'm so ridiculously nervous right now. Okay, let's sit down.
Hi.
Before taking a seat, she closes the curtains for no particular reason. Why are you closing the curtains, Mashiro? But she doesn't pull them open again. After a brief pause, I slowly slide toward the door for some reason and lock it behind my back. Stop!
先輩こそ鍵なんて閉めてどうなさるつもりですか?
Come on, do your fucking homework first, please. Likewise, I don't unlock the door after she questions my actions. Oh, that's a good question.
いいえ、別に詳しく言ってほしいとかでは、その。
Our conversation grinds to an unnatural halt. Let's sit down.
そうですね。
She plops down right next to me. If this is gonna be our first H scene though, at least Mashiro did it inside of our room. Unlike Misaki's exhibitionism. Every single action of hers screams that she wants to get down and dirty. Stop! This is so stupid. I want to take her in my arms so bad. But the homework needs to be finished first. Gah! I summon all the self-restraint I have in me to suppress my raging desire. The veins on my temples are even visible. I've been helping her long enough to know how fast she goes. We're looking at about another hour before it's all done. I have to hold out at least that long. Let's get it going.
はい、その不術感者ではございますが。
Huh? Sorry, I meant your homework.
はい、そうですよね。
But we can, do what you're thinking of after we're finished.
一コロで終わらせます。
Yeah, that's a spirit. I don't even want to know how red my face is right now. After that, I watch over Mashiro with bated breath as she hurries to finish her homework. All my own homework is done, and I'm much too distracted to do anything else. Whenever she finishes a problem, we hold hands and sometimes entwine our fingers. Then, she moves on to the next. And finally...
終わりました。
The moment she finishes that final problem, she throws her pen to the side and leaps into my arms.
先輩。
Yeah, you did it, Mashiro. Good job. The way she's rubbing her head against my chest affectionately is too hard to handle.
先輩、ご褒美欲しいです。
She looks up at me with her face still buried in my chest. You know, Mashiro, you need to fix that habit of yours of wanting to do something just for a reward. It's not a very good behavior. Okay, but this is a reward for both of us. You're not the only one who wants to do this.
先輩、嬉しい。
My heart is racing like never before. It's so bad that I think I might keel over at any moment. I swallow the saliva that's built up in my mouth as my mind goes blank. I can no longer tell if I have any self-control or composure left in me. As she brings her face close to mine, I softly place my hand on her cheek. The air from the AC starts blowing the pages of Mashiro's book one after another. Wait, your AC isn't even turned on! What? Come on now. Must have been blocking its path before I moved. I listen to the dull sound of paper flapping, then look over and see blank pages. My thoughts grind to a halt, but for a different reason altogether. Yeah, I kinda knew she wasn't gonna be able to do her homework.
先輩。
Mashiro. I put my hands on her slender shoulders.
優しくお願いしますね。
You only got yourself to blame for this, Mashiro. Mashiro, I need to tell you something. I lightly jostle her shoulders.
違うって何がです？
I see that some reason has returned to her intoxicated eyes, which means me shaking her shoulders worked like a charm. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I hold up her book. She managed to skip 2 whole pages of problems. Okay. I guess she did most of them. Maybe they were stuck together or something. Naturally, she's rendered speechless. Groaning and making a pouty face isn't going to change anything. Come on, don't cry. It's not your fault. You couldn't have known the pages were stuck together. Honestly, I feel like crying too.
だって夏休み最後の日なんですよ。先輩の彼女になれた最初の夏休みの最後のイベントなんですよ。
Isn't it still daylight? Come on, Mashiro, calm down. I know, Mashiro.
せめて帰り際まで気づかなかったふりをしてくださったならよかったのに。
To be honest, she's actually right. She's actually right about that one. I really wish that was an option. But I can't betray the trust placed in me by our parents. That wouldn't be a good idea, considering our future together and all. How many problems do you have left?
一問です。いえ、終わりました。
Good job. I'm proud of you, Mashiro.
さっきと全然雰囲気が違います。
Yeah, wanna pick up where we left off?
不自然すぎて気持ちが入り込めません。
If this was Misaki, she could probably make it awkward and then still jump straight into the sex. Right. Gotta do something about that. I turn toward Mashiro and embrace her.
先輩？
How about this? We'll start over from square one.
その先輩したいんですか？
Can I cut this from YouTube yet? Being asked that directly is totally embarrassing. Yeah, I'm a little turned on.
スイッチ切っちゃってたので。
I see. I'm about to let go of her, but she stops me.
話しちゃダメです先輩。
I know this sounds cheesy, but I don't want to have sex if you're not in the mood.
彼の要望に応えるのも彼女の務めです。私を欲しがってくれて嬉しいです。それに先輩がそういうこと言うのあんまりないですから。
That's because this is a hentai game, Mashiro. That's why he says this. I feel like I do a decent bit.
いつも私が誘導してる気がします。先輩は私に気を使いすぎです。
No, I'm just a chicken. She sneaks in a quick kiss.
先輩、私の好きな人の悪口を言わないでください。
I've made up my mind now. I'm going to do this. Sorry. I pick Mashiro up in my arms. Alright, this music is playing. It's definitely coming. Then, I lay her down on my bed. How do I even begin to describe this sight? It's surreal. Whenever she wriggles her body slightly, the bed creaks, making my nerves heighten to frightening levels. She takes a deep breath.
時々が止まりません。肺の中まで先輩が入ってくるみたいで、なんだか恥ずかしいです。ドキドキしすぎて、ふわふわして、麻酔みたいに頭の中がチンチンしてます。
I can smell you too right now, Mashiro.
どんな匂いがしますか？
Why is that the first thing out of my mouth? It's a sweet, feminine smell that feels intoxicating. But on the other hand, it lets me know how close you are to me right now. I'm not even touching her, but I can feel her. I can feel the heat radiating off my girlfriend, Mashiro Arisaka's body. And that's a sign that she wants to do this as bad as I do. The love I feel for her right now in this moment is overwhelming. I can tell from the way she's gazing up at me that she's super nervous. And for good reason. I'm just as nervous myself. Shortly after I think about what kind of face I'm making, I relax the muscles in my face. Let's kiss. She gives a small, embarrassed nod. I move in toward her lovely face, taking care not to accidentally step on her long hair. But before I give her a kiss, I softly nuzzle my forehead against hers. You're a little tense. Try relaxing some. Don't know what? Not sure I follow. Yeah? I do feel like at least the 8 scenes in this game is very good as a sex ed sort of scene, you know? I feel like a lot of people actually, when they do have sex, they barely communicate with each other. That's why a lot of families or a lot of parents seem to fall out of love when they get older. What are you getting at?
知識は一応ちゃんとあるんです。いえ、ちゃんとかどうかは確かめたことありませんが、それで最後にどうなるのかも知ってます。一般常識的な範囲で。もちろんやったことはないですけど。でもそこまでどうすればいいのかが全然頭に浮かばないんです。想像できないんです。
Now that you mention it, I've never thought about that either.
わからないから怖いんです。どうしていいのかわかんないんです。私はちゃんと先輩を満足させられるのかなって。変な声とか出しちゃって先輩を幻滅させたりがっかりさせないかなって。
She actually did not say the I'm really scared right now part.
私の体ちょっと残念ですし。
I don't know, some people are into flat chests, don't worry Mashiro. I personally like flat chests a lot more than big boobs. She informs me of that almost apologetically.
でも先輩がいてくれたら私何でもしますから。下手かもですけど一生懸命やります。頑張ります。だから嫌いにならないでください。
That's enough. I give her a light chop on the forehead. Man, once you got started, you just wouldn't stop. Admittedly, I didn't interrupt her because I thought it was cute. But that's beside the point. Mashiro, can you lift up your body a little? Okay, good. First, let me take your arms out and... I take her brown cardigan off and put it to the side. I like just the white uniform top. It's a good look on you. Yeah, actually, we've never seen her just wear her uniform. There's nothing more adorable than that worried look on her face. It's like she's trying to hide her embarrassment by mentioning her cardigan getting wrinkled. But who am I to say? Maybe she's actually legitimately worried. Anyway, it'll be fine, Mashiro. It's the boyfriend's job to calm his girlfriend down when she freaks out. I borrow a phrase she used earlier. I'll take care of everything, so just lay there and relax. I hope she gets what I'm trying to do. And don't worry about keeping your voice down. I want to hear you moan. Are there no people in my house?
絶対に声なんかあげませんから。
We'll see about that.
試すって先輩。
I seal Mashiro's lips before she can finish. I've waited this entire time to kiss her. We press our lips together, confirming our desire, and then... Is this gonna be where it stops for YouTube?
先輩。
I'm not letting her escape.
先輩。
I open my mouth, force open Mashiro's with my pointed tongue, and push inside it. Stop smooching, damn you! This is getting into dangerous territory for YouTube here. Come on, Messiah, undress her so I can skip this for YouTube! I press my face forward, seeking out further pleasure. I run my tongue over the front of Mashiro's teeth, then the back. Finally, I locate her somewhat hidden tongue and twist mine around it. Ah, the games I play, man. Our tongues move around impatiently, dripping with saliva. We gulp down that sweet, mind-numbing drug as we continue our lustful kiss. At last, I pull away. Mashiro gazes at me with a slightly glazed expression. Those were some cute moans. To be honest, hearing those really turned me on, and I'm sure any guy my age would be in the same boat. Thank you for specifically saying your age, Messiah.
声なんてあげてません。
You were super cute, Mashiro. You're too easy, Mashiro. Come on! My heart is pounding so hard right now. All we've done so far is kiss, and I'm already so horny I can hardly control myself. Oh my god, this guy. I suppress my raging lust. I'm going to treat her gently and lovingly from start to finish.
先輩。
She didn't say that second part. I was waiting for it. Yeah?
もしかして慣れてませんか？
Totally. Years of the internet has made me a master in the sex techniques, Mashiro. Hearing that, I almost keel over. Man, this girl, I swear. If only she knew what was going on inside my head. Just to be clear, I'm a virgin.
もちろん私もです。
Me three, actually. I emphasized my point to kill any doubts she might have had, but it appears she interpreted it differently. Yeah, I know.
先輩が最初で最後です。
Same here, though I'm pretty sure we're gonna rack up a high number count.
そんなにするつもりですか？
I want to. You're just too cute, Mashiro. Even now, I'm having a hard time keeping myself in check. There's no way in hell I'm experienced.
すごく余裕があるように見えるんですが。
So in Messiah's head, cute equals sexual, sexual tension up. Ah, Messiah, there's something wrong with your brain, man. Well, I'm your coach. Plus, I'm the older one, and the guy too. Of course, I don't want to look lame when we're about to have sex.
先輩はかっこいいです。私にはもったいないくらい。
Glad I'm doing something right. That's a relief. So yeah, I'll keep trying my best to remain cool and composed. So I'd appreciate it if you could lift your legs a little a little for me.
どうぞ。
I think this is time to censor? Mashiro does as requested, and I proceed to slide off her black thigh-high socks. Not yet! Come on, Messiah! I can now see her pale, slender thighs in all their glory. Oh my god, the writing. They aren't very thick, but they're distinctively feminine. I reach out and run my hand over her skin. It's unbelievably smooth, yet also a little sweaty, probably owing to her nervousness. Does it feel good?
いえ、足を触られてるって感じで、ちょっとだけくすぐったいかもです。
Guess that makes sense.
ごめんなさい。
What are you apologizing for? I'm not really trying to turn you on right now.
でもですね。
Hmm?
先輩に触っていただけてるって思うだけで、じんじんドキドキキュンキュンきてます。
Same here. The fact that she's allowing me to touch her bare thighs is making me extremely excited. There's no real sexual pleasure to be derived from it, but it feels good on an emotional level. Come to think of it, I felt incredibly nervous at one time when she made me massage her leg. It's like it's emotionally stimulating.
私は心と頭とあと
It also what? I pursue the matter as she cuts her sentence short. She looks up at me teary-eyed, but after a few seconds, she gives up.
心と頭とあとお腹の奥がじんじんドキドキキュンキュンきてます。
I can tell how embarrassed she is. Her voice is so low that it's barely audible. The sudden sound of that word has me blushing. But I have to say something back, or she's going to feel really awkward after just revealing that. Thinking that, I decide to immediately break the silence. Oh? I grab hold of the hem of her skirt. What I'm trying to tell her is that I want to lift and check. Huh? She's not reacting. Does she not see my hand? Or does she just not understand what I'm trying to do? Mashiro?
今日は全部先輩にあげるつもりですから、先輩の好きにしてくださって構いません。
Be careful, Mashiro. If Messiah suddenly has, awakened into sadism, I don't know what would happen to you. Holy shit! She's 4 steps ahead of me!
でも、もうちょっとだらしないことになってるかもですけど。
Don't worry, Mashiro. When the CG changes, I'm gonna have to cut it from YouTube. Seriously? I'll come back to it later. Damn you, Messiah! I'd go past the point of no return if I looked at it now, so I've made the very difficult decision to wait. Instead, I reach out for her scarf. This guy is like cock-blocking himself. After realizing my intent, her body jerks a slight bit. Naturally, the reality of what we're about to do is starting to set in.
先輩、
What's wrong?
さすがにちょっと恥ずかしくて、キスしてほしいです。
Thanks.
私がお願いしてるんですよ。
How could I not thank you after that adorable request? I'm beyond happy.
先輩、
I proceed to kiss her. Mashiro, stop! Don't make these sounds, we're still on YouTube! This time, I start with a French kiss right from the start. The tip of her tongue welcomes me. This time, she ravages the insides of my mouth. It feels like she's clinging to me with her lips and tongue whenever we kiss. My mind goes numb. I can't wait any longer at this point, so I reach out and start groping her breasts. Can I, at last? Startled, Mashiro pulls her lips off me. My hands, however, don't stop. I can't hold back any longer. To my surprise, I don't feel much through her uniform. Why would you have to say that? Come on, Messiah. But I can tell that they're soft. Very soft and springy. Kinda makes me happy. For Mashiro, I'm guessing the embarrassment still outweighs the pleasure. Since I feel that fondling wouldn't do much with her clothes in a way, I opt to rub my palms against her breasts. Can I censor stuff yet? Those sounds make me believe she's trying to stifle something. Stifle? Stifle, right? Maybe it's stifle. Sorry, Mashiro. Eventually, I start hearing the occasional more high-pitched, sensual sound out of her. At that point, I go back to kissing her. Her breaths quicken as I continue to fondle her breasts while kissing her. What happened to not moaning, Mashiro? Please. I can't believe I'm still showing this to YouTube. I've had enough fun touching her breasts through her uniform at this point, so I reach out for the yellow scarf. That's when it hits me. The act of untying it almost symbolizes the line we're about to cross. I need a fair amount of resolve in order to do this. You're overthinking stuff, Messiah. Stop! The obscenity of undressing her in an outfit I see her in daily makes me keenly aware of what we're about to do. Typo there. And it makes me all the more honored that Mashiro is choosing to do this with me. I have to remember, she wants this as much as me. There's no need to hesitate. I put a little bit more strength into my hands. The scarf comes undone with a rustling sound. I can feel my mind going numb. Then, I lower my hand to unfasten the hook on the side of her skirt, and after that, I pull down the zipper. There's a zipper in that uniform? I thought it was just using buttons, you know? I remove my lips, then place one last kiss on her neck to tease her before taking off her uniform. Damn it! There's so many layers! Oh my god! I'm still gonna show this on YouTube. Damn you! What's this? I find something I didn't expect to be there, which is why I inadvertently voice my confusion. I thought that's called a camisole. Am I wrong? Oh, I see. I was just a little startled because I never knew these existed. Which makes me think, what if... Typo? What if I keep taking stuff off only to find another article of clothing, like a matryoshka? It'd definitely be an interesting experience, but I can say with confidence that I lack the skill needed to keep things from getting awkward. The only thing I'm thinking is how badly I want to take off that slip. Mashiro blushes in response to my frank admission. However...
その前にですね。
Hmm? You want to kiss again?
そうじゃなくて。
It's really adorable how she's getting super embarrassed over every little thing.
その
Still though, I have no idea what she's trying to say. What kind of naughty request do you have for me, Mashiro? Give it to me straight.
違います。その素朴な疑問で。
Okay?
先輩は脱がないんですか？
Oh, right. I see what you're trying to say. I honestly didn't even think about it until she pointed it out. I've been undressing her this whole time, but I haven't taken anything off myself. I consider asking her to do it for a moment, but quickly recall that I told her I'd take the lead. Well, let's get these off then. I start stripping without a moment's delay, which makes her shriek. But I'm not stopping now. A few seconds later, I have everything off but my boxers. I go over to Mashiro again and position myself over her. Yeah, this feels a lot more sexual now.
先輩の乳首。
Come on, don't say that! You're embarrassing me!
いや、ごめんなさい。
I say that without even realizing it as she eyes up my body. But, yeah. Guys are interested in girls' bodies, so it's probably only natural that she'd be interested in mine. Wanna touch them?
いいんですか？
Sure, but I'll be touching your nipples right after.
そういうこと言わないでくださいよ。
She gingerly reaches out and touches my chest.
硬い。それに熱くて、ドクンドクンって脈打ってます。
She keeps touching my chest in different places. It's a lovely sight to behold, but also kind of embarrassing because it almost sounds like she's talking about a different part of the male body. Well, I guess most everything about the male body can be described that way. Hard, hot, firm. Stop it, Messiah! Stop! What the fuck is wrong with this guy? In contrast, girls' bodies are soft, warm, and elastic. Ah, whatever you say, man. Whatever you say. Can I touch you too, Mashiro? I really want to.
そんな聞かなくても全部先輩のものですから。
Thanks.
先輩。
Can I censor this yet, Mashiro? Please? I place a soft kiss on her lips, then take off the slip. Thank you! Yeah, I don't know about showing this. This is way too much. The camisole is alright, but I think this is gonna be where we're gonna call it, YouTube. Patreon.com/Azaikyousuke. I swear, these scenes in Aokana are probably the most you guys on YouTube will ever see the almost actually an 8 scene, you know? These scenes are nuts with how long they are. Alright, so we are back, YouTube. You guys on YouTube missed about 30 minutes after the last part that I cut off. But yeah, I said this during the 8 scene, so you guys on YouTube didn't hear it. But if you guys have a kink for being called senpai, you'd probably love that 8 scene. It was a bit too much for me, though. The problem with these 8 scenes for me personally is that they're too lovey-dovey. Yeah, I probably can't even fap to it. Personally speaking, I don't think I could. I don't really use these sort of stuff to do my business, you know? But yeah, during the 8 scene, I also got a message from my brother. Looks like we're gonna be going out soon. I would usually continue a bit longer after this because I want to end off the episode after like the whole pillow talk should be done. But it is what it is. Sadly, I have to cut the episode a bit short. I'm probably gonna be going in about 15 or 20 minutes, so there's no way I can continue. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Give this video a like if you guys like it. Sub if you guys haven't. Patreon will be getting these episodes early access along with everything uncensored. And like I said, if you guys want that senpai kink, you're gonna love this episode. Patreon also has these things called free members now. So for people on YouTube that aren't free members on Patreon just yet, do feel free to join. It's free, and I will be posting first episode previews for future playthroughs. See ya!